Alright, looks like we're good to get started, so let's get into it. Let me check and see. Let me check and see if the thing's active. Yes, it is. Dance, of course, with the big April Fool. Dance, of course, with the big April Fools, all the weird.
Bad news. I'm reading a lot of spatial distortion out there, and hostile ships are coming through. We're finishing some defense satellites to assist you, but we need some time. Do what you can until they're ready for activation.
Acknowledged. Let me check my endeavors. I don't recall destroying any Vault ships. Alright.
Enemy ships approaching on an attack vector. Ship is under attack.
Alright, and... yeah, initiate the warp shadow. I think the warp shadow should help. But yeah, as you can probably tell, it's April Fool's. It's April Fool's, so that means all the weird noises are going to be happening.
More bad news. They're targeting the shield generators. If we lose those, Pahvo will be vulnerable to invasion from orbit. Good news? Our defense satellites are ready. Scan them to bring them online.
Acknowledged.
Engage!
Alright, activate the satellites over here. And yeah, this ship's pretty huge, so it's kind of hard to. The ship's kind of huge, so it's a little bit hard to navigate. There. I got the Scorpion fighters. Ready. Let me check my. Oh my god. Okay. Did not realize this. I could actually get rid of these because I already have Scorpion fighters.
Multiple enemy signals on sensors. Get ready.
All right, and that's of course. These ships aren't the issue here. Let me set down a turret there. Get that satellite. We'll get that satellite fixed. And we're almost almost on the verge of blowing up, which is never a great thing. Yep, like I said, we kind of exploded there, so that didn't go too great. All right, we gotta get over here. All the all the things have been kind of a disabled. I'm trying to see which one of these is the one. I'm trying to see which. I think it's that one in the Tholian. It's that one in the Tholian deal. Oh, Orville morphing in over here. I'm not entirely sure what the hell I hit, but I'm not entirely sure what the hell I hit, but it wasn't the thing that I wanted. It unfortunately was not the thing that I wanted. Okay, there's a cleave ship over there that needs to go. Damn. It's gonna be a real. This is gonna be a real issue once This is gonna be a real issue once the next phase actually starts. There we go. I need to get that. I need to get that satellite back up and running. Inventory's a little bit nuts here, so yeah, I kind of need to work on that.
Satellite upgrades are now available. When you scan a satellite, its new abilities will come online. Your service branch will determine.
All right. Science, the science ones actually keep them. Science ones keep them locked into tractor beams. There we go. That's a shield. That's a shield, so. I am going to put down. I'm going to put down. Yeah, put down a beam turret there. A little bit more firepower doesn't hurt to help,
The enemy
or doesn't
flagships are coming
help.
to attack.
Actually, I don't. Just doesn't hurt to have. Ah, crap. Whoa, 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 whoa. What's up with the, what the hell's up with the lag going on there? Huh. I'm not entirely sure. I'm not entirely sure what that particular accolade is. Yeah, we need to get. There we go. Fortunately, I think I've been. Fortunately, I think my ship's been hit with been hit with one of their virus things, which is always annoying. Well, that's not. Well, that's not great. I don't know if that I don't know if that explosion actually damaged that ship.
Shield generator gamma is at 75%.
Then none of this is great. Whoa, 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 whoa. Why am I up close and personal? Why am I up close and personal with my ship? And then I see exactly what the issue. Then I see exactly what the issue was. One of the things. All right. Let's get that thing repaired. There we go. I could kind of use my ability to set down turrets right now, please. That would kind of be nice. I'd appreciate being able to. I'd appreciate being able to do a. Yeah, that's quantum absorption. Actually, I am going to ignore the dreadnoughts for right now. I'm going to ignore the dreadnoughts and put my focus onto the other ships. I'm not entirely sure what the hell is dragging me around. That was close.
Well done. We'll continue to ready our defenses here. If they come back, we'll be ready for them. Keeping Pahvo safe is important. You've done a lot today to make that happen. Thanks.
Thank you, Commander. All right. Yeah, that was pretty close. Almost lost shield generator alpha there, but thankfully we did not. Let me go through here. My inventory is just kind of full here. Did not even realize this. Holy crap. Okay. I'm back even further here than I am on some of my other characters. All right. And torpedo anti-proton weapons. Right. Yeah, As, as you can tell, they have the April Fool's things in effect. I think this is the last. I think this is the last Borg mission. Well, let me rephrase that. Last Borg mission up until they. Last Borg mission up until they. Oh my god. Last Borg mission up until the. Oh my god, I can't think. I can't think. Until the Ethereum missions. Holy crap. I don't know why I couldn't think about that. I think that should be just one more thing for the Pahvo or for the the Pahvo missions too. And I get the then I get the console for that too.
Welcome to the CUDA system. I am Admiral Tuvok of the USS Voyager. I will provide tactical assistance on this mission.
It's a privilege, Admiral. Even in the Romulan Republic, we've heard stories of Voyager's search for home.
Thank you. Your meteoric rise through the ranks is well known to me as well. Sensors indicate the division between normal and fluidic space is thinner here, making crossing much easier. The Undine have used this location in the past. We will use it now. The majority of the fleet will remain here to protect this area. Our team will enter fluidic space, locate, and then survey the Borg presence there. If possible, we will destroy it. When you are ready, Voyager will open the singularity.
Open the singularity, Admiral Tuvok. Alright. We take the ship here. And in we go.
We have made a successful transition into fluidic space. Unlike our own, this dimension is filled with an organic fluid. The main indigenous life form is species 8472. Sensors are detecting a Borg signature nearby. Your vessel will take the lead in the investigation. We will follow.
Acknowledged. We'll take point. Find the source of the signal. Acknowledged. Alright, we'll take the ship over here. And we'll scan the Borg device. Okay. Set a course for the next beacon. Alright, we're gonna go down this way. And we're gonna scan this. Okay. Set a course for the next beacon. Next, of course, I think in the third beacon. The third beacon, that's where things go a little bit haywire. Come over here, and we will scan this beacon. Yep. Agreed. Set an intercept course for the source of the signal.
We've been examining the data on the interplexing beacons, and we believe we may have discovered a vulnerability in the Borg subspace carrier wave technology. If it's acceptable to you, I would like the Venture to remain here and run some tests while you investigate the signal. We may not get another opportunity.
It's acceptable. We'll investigate the signal while the Venture remains here. And that is all the way over here. I need to use this because holy crap, this ship does not turn that fast. Which to be honest is expected for how big it is. What is my other endeavors other than this? Polaron damage and destroys and kept these ships. Alright.
This landmass is unique in fluidic space. It is not a planet by Starfleet definitions. If I had to categorize it, I would say it is similar to the coral reefs found in Earth's oceans. Ground itself is a framework for living creatures. Fascinating. We are detecting a number of ships in the area. Starfleet, Klingon Defense Force, Romulan Republic, even Ferengi and Cardassian. Most species from the Alpha and Beta quadrants appear to be represented.
Alright, we gotta get closer and scan some of the ships. Run a metallurgical analysis. I intend to find out. On screen. I like how the April Fool's sound effects are. I like how the April Fool's sound effects are even playing during the thing here. On screen.
Captain Simmons to Voyager. The Borg are here. We're taking heavy fire and need immediate assistance.
Set a course for the Venture. Maximum speed. I don't think that there's. Hold on. Let me stop just for a second. I don't think there's anything here in the. Oh crap! Overgrown caves. Power source. Yeah, these are all things that happen in the new Romulus missions. Come down this way. Come down this way, and we'll be these aboard. Patch him through.
I never should have come on this mission. I'm a scientist, not an explorer. Take me out of this awful place right now.
Come down for a second and talk to me. What happened?
The Borg attacked and we had to abandon ship. We were floating here, waiting, and then Undine. They came out of nowhere, tore through us like tissue paper. We shouldn't have invaded their space. They're so strong. We're weak. Please take me out of here.
What about Captain Simmons? She's not in the escape pods.
I don't know. It all happened so fast. She insisted on being the last one to leave the ship. I don't even know if she made it out alive. Now, can we leave?
Sorry, Dr. Cooper, but we have a mission to complete. No, we're not heading out just yet. Alright. Oh yeah, let me, there we go. Let me get that going too. Since this is a Romulan Republic, character, I've been doing Romulan Republic, oh my god. Delta, not Delta, reputation things. Holy crap. Hold on. Oh. And scan this one. And this should be the second to last. Last beacon should give us the information we need. I gotta get the thing to turn around though. I gotta get this ship to turn around, and that's easier said than done. There it is. There's the last beacon, and there's last beacon, and there's the Unicomplex right back here. All right, there we go. Let's scan this. Shields up. Proceed with caution. Yeah, you think you'd be able to notice the Unicomplex? Think you'd be able to notice the Unicomplex there in the background. I mean, it is kind of large.
The presence is much larger than we anticipated. Nevertheless, our orders are to remove as much of it as possible. Voyager will follow your lead.
Acknowledged. We're going in.
Is that a Borg Unimatrix? It's enormous!
I admit that it is an impressive structure.
Alright. Give them multiple things to fire at. And I think the ships I was destroying. All right, yeah, warp shadow. And simulator's almost gone. And somehow I managed to get destroyed. I don't even know how the hell that happened. I don't even know how that happened. Don't even know how my ship got destroyed. All I know is that stupid sphere. I think that stupid sphere hit my shields or whatnot.
The diamond is jamming our deflector arrays. We must destroy it before we can retreat.
Oh. I was going... Alright, and... we'll take this out. Okay, we're hitting them on the weak. We're hitting them. Well, we were hitting them on the weak section. And
Opening singularity now. I recommend an immediate withdrawal.
there we go. That takes care of the diamond. With the diamond destroyed, we can leave. And of course the Undine are going to take care of the rest of the ships here. There we go. There we go. My dreadnought only exploded a couple of times in that mission. My dreadnought only exploded a couple of times there. Alright. Alright. This thing ends on the 8th, so I have a couple more days in order to the Pahvo things in order to get the main event, the big main event thing.
We need to report to our respective commands immediately. We thought that the Undine were responding to a Borg incursion into their space, but it now appears that the Iconians, or some entity posing as them, has created false Alpha and Beta Quadrant ships and sent them into fluidic space. Clearly, the Undine attacked us because they thought we attacked them first.
Starting with the bad news, I see.
There is some good news. The spread of the Borg nanovirus has halted, and thanks to the Doctor's research, we should be able to prevent future planets from being assimilated in this manner. The Borg will adapt in time, but we have also stopped them from transmitting the technique for Undine assimilation to the collective. It is possible they could learn how to do so again. We will need to remain vigilant.
What about the Borg in fluidic space?
The Borg in fluidic space were forced to retreat, and logic suggests it will be quite some time before they trouble the Undine again. The end of the Borg attacks in their home might stop the Undine advance into our space. But if the Iconians continue to trick Species 8472 with false incursions, they could decide to invade ours in retaliation.
What happens now?
Voyager will take Dr. Cooper and the other survivors back to Earth. I suggest that we all confer with our fleet commanders to determine the next course of action. We have not seen the last of the Undine. Understood.
Till next time, Admiral. Alright. Yep, Borg Advance. I think that means the new Romulus missions are next.
Borg.
And depart.
Zoom.
These noises. Alright, and I take anti-proton beam.
Congratulations, Admiral.
Hey, there we go. Alright. Oh my god.
Borg.
Let me get rid of some of these. Let me get rid of some of these things here that I'm not going to use because my inventory is a little bit clogged over here. No, I can get rid of these because I'm not an engineering officer or a technical officer on this character. All right, you'll have my supports and travel to New Romulus.
Zoom.
All right, there we go. There we go. Beam to New, yeah, beam down to New Romulus. Beam down to New Romulus.
We have the strength now. With the help of Starfleet and the Empire, we could destroy what's left of the Tal Shiar. We would be safe. We would be free.
There are too few of us left to fight amongst ourselves. Military action should be our last option.
I don't see how talking to them will be enough. But I'm a warrior, not a politician. If my people are to find a home here, there must be a leader capable of building a new future, of looking past our differences to find harmony. You are that leader, Detab.
Since I was a child, hiding in the sewers of the capital with the reunificationists, I have worked toward the day when the Romulans would once again walk beside their Vulcan brothers and sisters. Before that can happen, we need to rebuild. We need a home to replace what was lost, to see past our grief and find acceptance. We need to reconcile with the Remans and end the centuries of strife and oppression. The fate of both our peoples rests here. We either create a new homeworld out of the ashes, or we wither and die. Thank you for agreeing to meet me here. I'm grateful that both the Federation and the Empire have temporarily put aside their differences to help create a new Romulus. This wouldn't be possible without you. Your example led the way. We're building a new home here. Romulans and Remans can't continue on like nothing has changed. Everything is different. We are a changed people. The loss of Romulus wounded us greatly. But that wound will not be fatal. There is a great deal of work to do before we can truly call this our new home. But with your help, I know Mol Rihan, or New Romulus, as our allies call it, will someday be as great as what we lost. Kylor is in charge of the staging area. He can give you more information about what we need. There's much to do, and little time. We left our first home to remain free. We lost our adopted home to treachery. May this world be the home we have sought for so long. A place where our descendants can live in peace.
Alright. There we go. Look forward to working with the Klingon Empire to establish our new homeworld. And I think we're good there.
Let me brief you on the situation here. We're building a new city here, at the site where people first landed on this world more than 2,000 years ago, after the Sundering. Our Riemann friends will take the lower levels, where they can feel most at home. We'll use the staging area as a landing site for shuttlecraft, and a place to coordinate construction and future shipping. Many of our records were lost with the homeworld. But what we do have indicates that there was a battle here before the colony ships left to find Romulus. You found what could be the Sword of the Raptor Star, one of our most revered artifacts here on this world. There's still much we need to learn about this world and its inhabitants. This creature, for example, how did it adapt to the radiation that until recently made this world unsuitable for colonization? Recent scans are showing the radiation falling into manageable levels. With modern technology and your assistance, this should be a place where the Romulan and Riemann people can thrive for generations to come. We've found ruins that date back to the Sundering, and beneath them, signs of what may be a much older civilization. Who lived here eons ago? What happened to them? We're doing what we can, but we can't do it alone. If you're here to help, I'll get you started.
There we go. Alright, we gotta go around, fix things, do all that sort of thing. Let's see. Come over here. Conduct the repairs and collect medical reports. And of course, motivate them as well. More shuttle repairs over here. Even though I'm aiming at the ground here. Even though I was aiming at the ground. Oh, there's something I need to do. Something I kind of forgot to do. Hold on a second. Let me fix this. There. Let me come back up here just for a second. And activate the transport. Activate the transport system. There we go. That way, if I need it, I can transport back to the staging area. Other things we need to work on too around the. Other things we'll need to do as well, but I'll worry about those later. Okay, conduct repairs. Motivate. Conduct repairs here. Hold on. And boom.
I received reports of Tal Shiar spying on new Romulus. Not surprised, but we need to stay cautious. Most recently, I've acquired a recording that has actionable information. I'd like for you to follow up on it.
Alright. Accept that. And that, we'll accept that, and that is over this way. And of course, I'm pretty sure after this is the warehouse mission. Alright. Yeah, watch the record.
I'll be going now, unless you need anything else. Do you want me to bring you something to eat?
No, no, thank you. I'll see you in the morning.
Proconsul, may we speak?
How did you get in here?
Allow me to introduce myself. I am Sub-Commander Kiana, and I represent certain individuals interested in the future of the Romulan people.
Don't patronize me. You mean the Tal Shiar.
If you want to be blunt, yes.
What do you want, Sub-Commander?
An agreement that will benefit us both. You agree to allow us to advise you on the governing of this colony, and in return we will do all we can to assist you with any complications that may arise.
You want to play kingmaker. I'm no king, and deals made in the dark never end well. If you want to open negotiations, contact my office during business hours.
You know as well as I do that would be pointless. There's too much bad blood, and the Federation and the Klingons would never agree. I'd be lucky to leave the negotiations alive. Hakiv's death and the disappearance of the Empress has left my organization at loose ends. The Tal Shiar needs a strong leader. You have the trust of the Klingons, Starfleet, the Remans. Just imagine what you could do with our help.
Are you trying to bribe me?
Merely presenting options. A wise man would see that this is his best, his only option.
I was instructed by the wisest of men, Sub-Commander. Spock taught me that openness and truth have more power than secrets. I want all Romulans to unite, even the Tal Shiar. But it can only happen in the light of day.
I'll give you time to reconsider. We have similar goals to Tom. You want to rebuild Romulan power. So do we. Think about it. We will speak again.
Computer, give me everything we have on the Tal Shiar.
Alright. There we go. And we submit. Alright, and submit this. There, that mission's done, so come over here and do the warehouse one. Accept. And that's where I'll call it once I'm done with the warehouse mission. Alright. Come over here. Come over here and go into the instance. Yes. Alright, I think we're good. I think we're good. Alright. Of course. I'll let you know what we find. And of course, we gotta go in here and talk to Montreux.
You again? Last time I saw you, I had a sweet little mining business on Hifar, and some information brokering on the side. Now, all of that's gone. The mine, the intel, everything. I'm lucky I still have a tooth sharpener. Get out before I call security.
We came to talk to you about some irregularities in your supply manifests.
Let me guess. Lieutenant Tenenga's complaining again. I stand by my paperwork and my inventory. It's not my fault if the Romulans can't count. They don't have the lobes for business. Look, you can review the cargo manifests yourself and match them to the supplies in the crates. But I'm sure a big, important Starfleet officer like yourself has more important things to do. If you want to bother with it, though, knock yourself out. The terminals in the warehouse have the manifest, and the crates are nearby. I'd help you check, but I have real work to do. Oh, and don't mind the Orions. They're subcontractors working for me. Lots of willing hands to help, if you know what I mean.
I'll do that. No, sir. I know some of the dialogue wasn't matching up there. Alright. I need to zoom in. I need to zoom in just a tad there. There's two things in this room. Two things in here. The noises. Acknowledged. Oh, whoops. And right over here. Activate this. Acknowledged. Yep, things are going. Things are wrong. As if that's a surprise. Alright. We need back into the main room over here. There is a room pretty close there, but I think that one's locked up for right now. And scan this. Acknowledged. Alright, three more, and they're all down somewhere down this way. There's one right over here, and there are two in the right over here, and there are two in the other one. Okay. Acknowledged. we go. Over here. Whoops. And this one. No, this. Acknowledged. All right. And the last crate. Acknowledged. Yep. Nope. Nope. Modron's paperwork is all wrong. Surprise, surprise. Surprise, surprise. All right, let's come over here.
So, you check the manifests and the crates, and they don't match up. I knew I should have gone with you. And then I could have explained that the more valuable supplies are in a secure storage unit. You can't be too careful, you know. Someone might be trying to steal something. Here, let me open the secure area for you. It's at the far end of the warehouse.
For your sake, I hope you're telling the truth. Yep, and of course. And of course. Yeah, it's at the far end. It's at the far end of the warehouse for a reason. Yep, see? Nothing.
Couldn't just leave well enough alone, could you? You're too wrong, Edward. You've gone and upset my heroic.
Alright.
And they want to have a discussion. Enjoy.
Hold on just a second. Yes? Oh. Okay, yeah. Okay, the thing's a little bit weird here. Sorry if you heard all that. Alright, I'm gonna finish. I need to finish up. Yeah, sorry if you heard all that. It'd be nice to know where the rest of my crew are. There we go. Yeah, I need them over here. Luckily, I don't think this is too complicated. Let me well, gotta get rid of the Trojans here. Oh. crap. Alright. Alright, that always seems to happen here. Let me see if I can. This one. This one. Target this one. Crap. I was kind of hoping I wouldn't be having to fight the Orions over there, but nope. Alright. Come over here. And get the encrypted data. All right. Yeah, which ain't really that much of a surprise.
Do you want us to bring you something back?
Hold on just a second. Sorry about that. Luckily the last group here is this group right here is the last one I need to take care of. If I could get them all to concentrate on one enemy here. All right, there we go. Which is good because I'm getting kind of yelled at. It's good because I'm getting kind of yelled at. All right, let me exit. And there we go. Disruptor. Yeah, I'll take the disruptor. All right. That being said, okay.
Recording. I think it's connected to the prior Tal Shiar. I'd like for...
Nope, I'm not gonna be able to do that right now. All right, that's where I have to leave it off for right now. So do me a favor if you would, be sure to hit that thumbs up. It helps me on my channel out quite a bit. So I'm done for.